Hey, welcome everybody. We're over here looking at these actors' headshots because I've narrowed it down to 60 some odd actors to play 4 roles. And why so many? Because we have to go through this process to determine who can we count on. There has to be obviously some competition, but we have to go through all of these people to find the best actors. I mean, it's really about performances here. So I've looked at their reels. If you didn't have a reel, you really had to have something like 10,000 Twitter followers or something crazy, for me to think that you could maybe come on the day and deliver a performance like the actors that are already going to be in the scenes with these people, because I have been in the business for a while and I have some friends who are real good actors and they're coming to the stage to help us make the first decentralized movie financed with cryptocurrency and distributed to either Netflix, Amazon, or one of the many other streaming media platforms that are in such dire need of good content. So if you're a writer, director, producer, you can get content, you know where to find scripts, you can go to the blacklist, get some material, you can come to mymovies.us and you can build your team and you can present your team to the financiers who are wanting to disrupt the Hollywood movie industry and want to go into business with the people who add the most talent to the project. Now, I don't have a big budget. I'm just going to prove that this works right now with my own money. So in that, I'm going for a low-budget Roger Corman style movie that I've produced in the past for Roger. And now what I'm going to do is do one for us to show that this system works, that my system works, that we can all make $1 million movies, as many as we want, as long as the fans and the investors feel that the product we're delivering is worth it. And with $1 million, you can make a $3 million movie with equity financing. If your investors are on board, that you raise their $1 million and take their $1 million to somebody like Frank Osama, and then he's going to get you $2 more million from the industry, because they'd love to, get behind you if you've already have skin in the game. So now, what are we going to do? We're going to have casting via Zoom, and Zoom is going to allow us to have meetings and schedule all of this stuff so that we don't have to go anywhere initially. I'm shooting in July, so you can be sure that May, right around April, May, that any questions I have about the cast or any questions I have about any particular actor's commitment will be figured out by then. And then there's still enough time to find anybody. If somebody has to drop out, there's plenty of time, if there's a budget, to find a great actor willing to work for a day's pay. So we're not going to have a problem shooting this movie. We're going to present this on mymovies.us, which is basically a platform I'm building for filmmakers to present their unmade movies in some form that they can communicate these projects to the investors as to who the market is, how much is the budget, who do you have attached. So you can imagine, I'm a low-budget indie filmmaker, and I'm going to try to make all these little movies. But if you were somebody who could attach some talent and you could take it to the investors that we're going to take you to via Start Engine, I'm going out to the cryptocurrency community. Okay, this was Cryptid. This is a movie that raised some money here on Start Engine, and now Frank Osama has this movie, and they're probably going to make a $500,000 movie right now. And that's how this process works. You can get the money to go get you bigger money. If you want to make a $20 million movie, you can convince your investors you can do it with their $1 million. There's ways to do it. Getting screenplays, hiring writers, attaching talent, spending money to develop. This is your studio. You do with it what your investors allow you to do. And so somebody more experienced or with more celebrity cachet than me could have a field day out there as cryptocurrency and regular cash investors seek to disrupt this industry using this new technology that allows us to build these teams. So I'm going to have a page here on mymovies.us, and on mymovies.us, I'm going to have a page that's basically like my IMDb page back up there. It's going to have posters. It's going to have who's involved in the crew, etc. So when you come to My Movies, you'll see which projects are being greenlit. Here we have Lord Timmy the Mystery Last Master. I'm going Bitcoin only for the first 2 months. Because if the Bitcoin investors want to own this whole company, they can, because that's what this is about. It doesn't matter at the end of the day when we spend $1 million in minus some fees and some things to get that US dollar to spend on our movie. We've saved so much, in excess costs and frictions of people, just many people in the middle between the money and the talent that adds the most value to the copyright. And so what we're doing here is we're building a place for filmmakers, okay? We're building a place for filmmakers to come. And what is what is Regulation CF? This is what we're talking about in the Jobs Act. You can now sell over the counter. You can go to a website like Start Engine and you can raise money. And you can do this without us, And if you learn how to do this and you can go do this without us, more power to you. But if you want to be part of this movement that at some point could be making television series, $1 million an episode, one at a time with your investors, and still not need to go into the industry if your fans and your investors feel that your projects are worthy. So come to My Movies, come build a team. I'm going to be posting to my YouTube channel starting today in these videos documenting what I'm doing with My Movies. So I'll stop this video right now and I'll post it up there, and stay tuned for the casting on Zoom. I look forward to it. Well, let's explain that just real quickly, because I've made like 5 videos already. We're using Zoom. We're using Zoom to communicate with each other. We're doing the auditions in these video conferences, and I can put up to 1,000 people in these rooms, and it can be interactive when it comes to our pre-production, our production design meetings, our music, soundtrack meetings. We're in communication with all these departments constantly, and we're using video conferencing, because if we would all have to get paid to leave our houses and go to work every day, since we are hoping to all share in the profits at the end of this movie, and you can distribute the profits to your team as you see fit. Everybody involved in this this first Lord Timmy project, which is basically the beta test for Blockchain Studio's smart contract system, establishing the copyright on the Ethereum blockchain, and then negotiating for it peer-to-peer with each other. We're looking forward to bringing that to filmmakers, so that anybody, and let me show you, and I mean anybody, can now go out to the world, take their own idea. My Movies, a fan-owned movie studio, a decentralized movie studio owned by fans, filmmakers, and their investment. Raise up to $1 million. Use Blockchain Studios to create a financial structure for your team to share in the profits with the investors and the distributors who would traditionally prey on you. And then even further take it out to the cryptocurrency community right now that are, having a hard time and losing a lot of wealth. And what they'd like, rather more than anything else, is to invest that in good businesses. So that's what we're going to test those waters, and we're welcoming anybody to join us as we go to create our movies. And so anybody who invests $20 to see what's going on, or $100 to see some videos of things you're doing, or thousands of dollars to get the higher crowdfund level rewards you're going to offer, just like Indiegogo or GoFundMe. But at the end of the day, everybody has a little piece of this movie, and everybody will share in the sale or the distribution or licensing of this movie. And at the end of the day, everybody's going to be saved. That's My Movie. So I look forward to sharing more of this with you, and look for this video and many more on the casting process over the next couple weeks. It's going to be fun. Thanks.